It's gonna take me like 35 minutes to get home. Traffic's been terrible lately, you guys.
I mean, Mercury is in retrograde.
Oh, right.
I have so many cute mushroom recipes to share, y'all. I want all of them. Yeah. The best one.
Are you seriously playing video games at work?
Mercury's in retrograde?
Oh, okay.
So what we're looking at is an accretion disk around a black hole. Excuse me, are you sleeping in my show?
Mercury, it's in retrograde.
Oh, yeah, it is. Anyway, so we can see the nebula here is called the Cone Nebula.
So Meredith, can you show us the document you've been working on?
Sure thing.
You're looking at that at work?
That Mercury, it's in retrograde.
Oh, okay.
Meredith, you're late to movie night.
Mercury's in retrograde?
No big
no.
Something weird about the soup? Did you use sugar instead of salt?
Well, you know, Mercury's in retrograde, so probably.
What does that even mean? What does that have to do with the soup? And wait, hold on. It says here that Mercury's actually not even in retrograde anymore. That it hasn't been in retrograde for 4 days. Oh, sorry, it's my boss. Hello? Oh, I was supposed to get that to you. Yeah. Sorry I'm late. You see, Mercury is in retrograde, and so that's why I was late. It's working. Yeah, so I may never get it to you. Talk to you later.
Works every time.
One fine day in Chicago, the city is abuzz with friendly people on adventures. Here at the planetarium, everyone is looking at the sky together. Wow! The world signal comes through, they gotta chase it, 'cause something's trying to reach them. It might be trying to teach them something. They've got a new job to do, they gotta face it. The signal is clear, coming in from past the stratosphere. Wow, signal, they got a wow signal. Yes, it's a wow signal for you and I. Yeah, yeah.
Mercury, nice to meet you. My boy Chad says you're his third favorite planet.
Yeah. Thanks for meeting with me. Chad said you really helped him with his public image after he paid that guy to laser his face onto the moon.
Yeah, the internet did not like that. But, they're coming around. Anyway, Mercury, the god of, financial gain, commerce, eloquence, communication, travelers, boundaries, luck, trickery, merchants, and thieves. Sounds pretty lit.
Well, I'm not a god. I don't do finance or trickery. I'm a planet. I do regular planet things.
Oh.
Rotate, orbit the sun.
Yeah, great. How's your social presence?
Bad.
Bad?
Well, I'm trending a lot. 3 or 4 times a year. It gets really intense.
You're staying relevant. Hey, that's good.
It's not.
What do you mean?
See for yourself.
Hey, Mercury, where are my keys?
Keep going.
As soon as you went into retrograde... Wait, what's retrograde?
It's when my orbit and Earth's orbit pass each other. It looks like I'm moving backwards from Earth.
But you're not moving backwards.
No, it just looks that way from Earth.
As soon as you went into retrograde, I got a flat tire, and the person who stopped to help me was the person my ex-boyfriend left me for. I was so surprised to see her that I tripped over my own foot and my keys flew out of my hand and landed in a puddle on the side of the road? And then a raccoon ran up and grabbed them? I don't get it. What does this have to do with you?
I don't know. I told you, I'm a planet. I'm like a big rock that goes around the sun. I don't know this person's ex-boyfriend. I've never even seen a raccoon.
And you weren't moving backwards when any of this happened?
No, I'm never moving backwards. But why would that matter? How would me moving backwards cause a situation like this?
Can I finish the story?
Please.
My new ex-partner caught the whole thing on her phone. The video got 50 million views in the first hour. She sold the rights to Pixar and now she's a millionaire and my ex doesn't have to work. I never even got my keys back. Hashtag Mercury in retrograde. Hashtag worst planet. Well, I can see we've got some work to do.
Wondering why things are chaotic, why your boss is being idiotic, why you're late for everything. The L train just shut down again. Your one vacation just got cancelled. Friendships seem too much to handle. Are the planets out of line? Well, my friend, you might be right. Mercury rules all communication, so be extra aware of what you're saying. It's time to be flexible and patient, especially with contracts and transportation. Mercury, why are you messing with me? Mercury, why you gotta be so messy? Mercury, why are you messing with me? Mercury, why you gotta be so messy? To learn is that it doesn't actually reverse. It's an optical illusion from the Earth's point of view. When Mercury moves on its path, it may look like it's moving backwards while we both orbit the sun. A cosmic phenomenon. 3 weeks usually is the duration that you might stumble when you think you're slaying. Give us some cosmic cooperation while traveling is out of whack. Mail gets lost, your plans get hijacked. So till we get back on track. Mercury, why are you messing with me? Mercury, why you gotta be so messy? Mercury, why are you messing with me? Mercury, why you gotta be so messy? Mercury, why you gotta mess with me? Mercury, why you gotta be so messy? Mercury, why you gotta mess with me? Mercury, why you gotta be so messy? Why you gotta be so messy? Mercury. When it's in retrograde, things are gonna get spicy, saucy, and dare I say it, naughty as can be. Today I'm talking to Hunter Miller, public observing educator at the Adler Planetarium. Hunter helps run telescope-based programs for the Adler's visitors and guests. Perhaps he can shed some light on this hot, frisky little planet closest to the sun. Why is Mercury such a wild child? I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I'm Stacey Quasar, and this is News at the Speed of Light.
Hunter, thank you so much for joining me today. It is a pleasure and an absolute honor to be in your presence, surrounded by telescopes, which is indeed your forte.
Yeah, here they are.
Now, Hunter, we're going to talk about Mercury today. And Mercury is always moving back and forth, like the ticky part of a clock, or like a mouse sitting on a vacuum. How dizzy. Does Mercury not get whiplash because it doesn't have a neck?
Well, it may be a little dizzy, because it is constantly going in circles, right? It's orbiting around the sun, rotating on its own too. But whiplash back and forth, not so much.
So, what is this retrograde moment then? It's not Mercury doing the moonwalk backwards?
No, Mercury would have a pretty tough time doing that. There's not so much that changes the force of Mercury. It doesn't have like big thrusters on it or anything. So what we would really call it is apparent retrograde motion. So in the sky, it might appear like Mercury is moving backwards in reference to the stars, but really it's still moving along in its circular path.
Now, we all know Mercury as being a naughty little prankster who loves tasty little shenanigans. What about you, Hunter? Do you ever find yourself slipping into the salacious shoes of a trickster like our feisty little planetary neighbor?
I did like to play tricks on my sisters when I was little, maybe, like scare them around the corners, but nothing quite as serious as apparent retrograde motion, I would say.
Oh, how dare you! Your sisters, they must be traumatized.
Maybe.
Now, some may argue that things are not quite what they seem when it comes to Mercury being so retro. Perhaps we aren't quite what we seem from Mercury's perspective. For example, do you think Mercury looks and mistakenly sees me as an ill-qualified reporter with poor fashion taste? Or perhaps this telescope as a long owl?
Well, I can't imagine that Mercury would think of you like that, Miss Quasar. No, never. But like the Earth sees retrograde for many of the planets in the solar system, same for Mercury. If you were standing on Mercury, as we were watching it go into retrograde, it would be seeing us go into retrograde as our orbits pass each other. One of the most interesting things about Mercury is that if you were standing on the surface and watching the sun, you could actually see it rise, set again, and then rise back again, all in one morning.
Wild and hard to picture. Now, Hunter, Mercury is known for controlling many tricky little things, like gossip. Quick, pull a Mercury and start a salacious rumor about me right now.
So I heard that after your interview with renowned astronomer Gazajuk, that you decided to throw him into a black hole?
Stephen, I told you not to tell anybody that. Stop laughing, Stephen. Last question. Since Mercury is not currently in retrograde, what risky behaviors do you plan to participate in tonight?
Well, I did hear that it was going to be pretty windy tonight, so maybe some parasailing on the Winter Lake is up for grabs.
I'd like a front row seat to that. Hunter, it has been an absolute pleasure. You have unlocked mysteries of Mercury and its retrograde that I think will shock and scare our viewers. They won't want to leave their houses tonight. Lock your doors. Stay home. Check your calendars for the next retrograde. I hope we meet again. And under safer, less salacious circumstances.
Well, there you have it, folks. Hunter has single-handedly unlocked the secrets of Mercury's appetite for sneaky antics and apparent retrograde fever dreams. Will humankind ever successfully evade the tremendously effective effects of seeing a planet move funny when it's not really moving funny? The answer is most definitely no. Be very afraid. I'm Stacey Quasar, and this is News at the Speed of Light. If you're thinking about rekindling with your ex, if you're staying up at night about to send that text, I would take a breath before you reconnect, 'cause the stars have something to say. When Mercury reverses, plans can be at stake, and it's more than likely you might miscommunicate, kicking up a gust of chaos in its wake. We call that retrograde. Wait a sec before you say what's up. What's up? Wait a sec before you text you up. You never know what tension might erupt, 'cause Mercury's a spicy one. You can blame the planets for this mess. Might as well give up, throw up your hands, 'cause when Mercury's out of retrograde, everything will be our own fault again.
see what you're saying, Mercury, and this retrograde thing is sticky, but at the end of the day, doesn't matter if you move backwards sometimes.
I don't.
Or if you do or do not sabotage specific people's personal lives.
How would I do that? I'm a planet.
As long as you offer a counter-narrative.
What do you mean?
People love to hate you when you're in retrograde. We need to make people love to love you.
Okay.
Let's start with the basics. What would you say are your best qualities?
Guess I look a lot like Earth's moon. We're the same color and we're about the same size.
Well, that's great. The moon's adorable. Everybody loves the moon. What else?
Well, I'm the fastest planet in the solar system. Oh, here's a good one. My craters are named after artists, musicians, and writers.
You got any influencers?
No.
Trent Booker, dazzle me. Oh, Mrs. Thomas, I haven't heard from you in... I can't say I remember that. No. Really? They can do that? I have to call my lawyer.
What was that?
That was my third grade teacher. I borrowed her copy of Welcome to Deadhouse when I was in her class and never returned it. She said if it's not on her desk by tomorrow morning, I owe a $45,000 late fee. She's sending federal agents to my house to arrest me.
What? Wait.
Is this?
No.
Are you?
I'm gonna go.
Retrograde!
And now, a demonstration.
Okay, so for our demonstration today, you're going to be the almighty Earth. How does that sound?
Like, no problem at all, Hunter. Mother
Perfect.
Earth, I channel her every day.
Today, I'll take the place of our little friend Mercury that we're talking about.
Feisty.
We'll imagine that maybe this big moon in the back here is the sun. So you'll be further out from the sun than I am, and I'll be here as Mercury. Now, the Earth rotates pretty fast, right? We have 365 days in one orbit around the sun.
Whoa.
So you'll be spinning quickly and moving slowly that direction. Now, Mercury doesn't rotate so fast and orbits at about the same speed. So I'll be spinning a little slower, but my orbit is much quicker than yours is. Let's start off, get into your Earth homeostasis. I'm feeling very mercurial right now. So, start spinning. Okay, so Earth is going, Mercury's going pretty slow. All right, now stop. Now right here, when we are lined up together with the sun behind us, this is a really important moment. This is when we see the apparent retrograde motion, because my orbit is going past yours. So, right now, you're looking at me, you see those stars behind me. But now, continue your orbit. Pause. Now you look at me and you see these stars behind me, very different than the ones you were seeing before as I was swinging past you. So during that time, you see me go in retrograde.